The custom undercar LED kit, one of the brightest homemade kits you'll probably ever see. I got 1/4 inch ABS plastic. It's 8 feet long. And zip ties with the little holes in it. And some of this here RGB light you can get on eBay or Amazon. Some of the tools you'll need to make this custom undercar kit. It's a little soldering iron. And I got CA glue activator, strippers, razor, crimpers, some tape, heat shrink, and we're going to end up with really long strips of RGB lights, 6 to 8 feet long. They'll be really, really bright. After you cut the ABS plastic to your desired width, you can go here for a single width, or you go here for a double wide. You're gonna get some rough edges. It's not gonna cut very clean. I'm just rubbing some 80 grit sandpaper over the edges just to smooth it out. I'm gonna turn this here into the smooth surface for the lights. So I go over real quick on how to attach these lights to the actual ABS plastic. Just peel off that little protective film. I'm using this 2-part glue. And what I like to do is I do about 6 to 12 inches at a time so it doesn't dry up on me. And I just lay it on there. I'm going to spray the activator on it. The stuff's real strong. You might want to do it very quickly. I got a little on the counter. I just keep moving it around so it doesn't stick to the counter. I've seen other guys, they'll start with an end and work their way down. That's probably a smarter way to do it for longer pieces. Kind of let that dry. And you can actually pull it tight that way. Stuff dries fast. And what I like to do is I'll actually go to the opposite end. You can actually, for added sealing purposes, just hit up the end real good. Keep all the moisture out of there. We'll go ahead and drill a few holes in this bigger piece to give me an easier way to mount it underneath the car. Usually I put the holes obviously at the end and about every 12 to 16 inches. This little piece here is just for example. Now what I like to do, how I mount these things, is pretend there was wires on there, we're putting this up under the car. I can actually use self-tapper screws. I always use the shortest ones possible, and I'll actually screw those right up to the underside of the car. Obviously, choose wisely on where you screw into the metal, and the shortest screws possible, always. And I will actually, just tap them right into the bottom of the car. They're real solid, and the plastic is, it's enough to hold it in place. Even if you can only get a few screws in there, it's very solid underneath the car. So So on these double strips, on the double strips like this, I'll do screws, and then on, if I happen to only do single strips, like this one here, I'll use these these zip ties with the holes in them, and do something like that. And that's ready to go up under the car. I could actually attach that one in the same fashion, and you can put these anywhere you want, inside, outside. They lay real flat, real low profile, and that's not going to go anywhere, you know. After every 16 feet, or approximately one roll of RGB, after there's 16 feet on a roll, I like to put these little LED amplifiers on there. The brain boxes, I typically use this style brain box. They'll only hold about 1.5 to 2 rolls of lights before they start. The brain box itself it'll just shut down. It'll burn up, not literally on fire, but it won't work on you. So after every 16 to 20 feet, I put one of these little amplifiers on there. Even those 5 wires, just use 4 out of the 5, the ones that match. The downside is you got to run power. So if you end up in the back of the car or in a crazy spot, you got to run a little power back there. But these little ones are cheap. I've had real good luck with them. Haven't had any issues. I try to keep them out of where rain's going to touch or moisture. Or if it does, I'll wrap it up real good with outdoor Tessa tape or something like that. They'll take a splash, but they don't like to get wet. So yeah, one of these after every 16 feet, and you can go infinitely. I've done cars with 8 to 10 rolls of 16-foot rolls, and I just kept putting the amplifier, all off one brain box, and they keep working. I've had good luck with these brain boxes. I've tried a couple different ones. There's a lot of different ones out there. I've had good luck with these for being a cheaper one. Alright, we're going to work on soldering the RGB wire to the rope lights. Just real quick, kind of give us a contact area. Fire up the soldering iron. I found the easiest way to do this is to strip back the RGB wire first. Real short. Get some solder on there. Chop them down to a smaller length. Set that aside. And come back and get some solder on this circuit board. Helps to have the pointy tip soldering iron. Stab it on there. That one's kind of fighting me a little bit. There we go. So we got solder on both surfaces. Bring our wire back. And 12 volts is black. Just kind of touch it. You got solder on both surfaces. And that's it. A little bit of heat shrink on top of that, or a lot of electrical tape just to seal it off from the elements, and you got a good connection.